Hey everyone, Megan here with The Botanist, and I wanted to just do a quick run through of some seeds that I'm excited to grow this year and that I was just excited to have in the store. There's so many that I'm going to break it down into categories and then just talk briefly a little bit about the seeds. Nothing too in-depth, just a super quick overview. So I didn't really narrow it down for basil just because there are so many awesome kinds of basil. Just your common basil obviously is a good start, and there's lots of kind of subsections. Almost too many, but I'm gonna list off a few of my favorites. So I like the dark basils. Red rubin is a variety that is a new kind of hybrid from dark opal. So again, love a good dark basil. Then, of course, while we're on the dark basil, the Cardinal is a new one for us this year in store, and just love the look of it. Looks super different. Would be just awesome for garnishing dishes and things like that. So I'm absolutely planting this one in my garden this year. And then, of course, basil, Italians, pizza. So here we have this seed variety is Boloso. It's basically a variety from Naples, and it's an heirloom variety, so that essentially means it's over 50 years old. You can read all about seeds in my edible gardening guide for newcomers on our website. A shameless plug there. But yeah, this is super awesome, and I'm excited again to try this basil. Then we also have lemon basil. So here, like its namesake, it's gonna have a more citrusy flavor. And this is kind of coming into, our lives in around the 1920s. Love a nice herbaceous lemony herb. So definitely gonna try that one. Now, holy basil. A lot of you guys might have heard about this one. There is a few different types of holy basil. Specifically, this one is the Tenuiflorum, and it's going to be good for tea or Tulsi tea. You might recognize or notice that name. It might ring a bell, which is really common in Ayurvedic medicine. So a little bit spicy too, a spicy basil. And this one is common. But if you love making Thai food, you love Thai food, this is going to be the basil that you would obviously want to have. And I'm almost certain too, this exact species is what they use in Vietnamese cooking as well. When you get your bag of bean sprouts, you're going to get your Thai basil. So awesome flavor, a little tougher leaf. So going to be great for things like soups as well, or stewing and whatnot. So those were just a few of the basils that I was into. Next up, just some really cool different ones. And if you notice, we have lots of West Coast seeds. We love them. They stand behind their products. If you ever have an issue with their seeds, they want to know, we want to know, so let us know. This one is you're not going to find it probably in any other Calgary store. I do order it from Europe, and I just love the different varieties they have. They make great gifts as well, because they have this whole story on the back, as well as all the planting guides and things like that. And again, I like to order different varieties that I'm not seeing commonly available on my order sheet. So first of all, rue, another shout out to the Italians. This is a very, very old plant dating back to the Roman times. They use it to make grappa. Again, I'm gonna try and keep this as short as possible, but, and it's also just a nice decorative plant as well, ornamental. So common rue, love that. Not that common here in Alberta. And then absinthe or common wormwood. If you've ever had that green drink that is one hell of a time for a night out, absinthe is used to make absinthe. It tastes like licorice, smells like licorice. Again, a really cool herb, a very, very old herb. It's coming from like even the 1700s that we're noticing it just in literature and whatnot. Anise, common anise. You can also use this, not just the plant itself, but the seeds for flavoring. It's also kind of in that licoricey flavor family of kind of keeping groups together. So anise is awesome, and The last one, licorice. So commonly licorice, you either love it or you hate it. I personally love licorice. The root is actually the part that is most commonly used. However, you can use the leaves as well. They have a beautiful flower that pollinators love. In our climate, which is cold AF zone, cold AF, or around the 3 zone, that is gonna give us some issues for growing licorice overwintering, because the roots do take time to develop, kind of like dandelion. So at about 3 years is a good time to harvest the actual root. But if you have the space or the possibility to grow it indoors in a container in the winter, or some kind of sunroom or garage, then yeah, you're definitely gonna want to plant this one in a container in your garden. So licorice, I'm obsessed with licorice. Black panda flavor, love it. So annoying, totally didn't film a portion of my herbs selection properly, so I'm gonna have to redo it. So I'm just gonna blaze through this. So the next group I wanted to talk about was mint. So we all know mint. We all usually grow mint. It's great for making cocktails. It's great for flavoring food. It stores really well as a dried herb. You can use it as a tea source. So for tea, commonly popular in Arab countries is, and we have, this one's not in stock at the moment, but Moroccan spearmint is actually the same as, oops, don't have my good example here, is actually the same as the normal spearmint we have here, just a less fun package. But this is the same scientific plant, Mentha spicata. So you're gonna wanna use this for your teas. Also, when it does flower, it's gonna be a gorgeous little flower, and you know, again, pollinators love it. Peppermint is going to be your common mint that, you know, again, really great for drinks and flavoring food, and use really commonly in cuisine. Mint is a big spreader, so you want to make sure that you're planting it in a container. Even if you're planting it in the ground, you can plant it in a container to prevent that spread. Next one, we've had this one in the store before, Peruvian black mint. Very excited about this one. It's going to be a thicker leaf, great for, again, stews and soups, things like that, cooking. And it's more closely related to marigold than it is mint. Some people say it kind of has a cilantro, lemony cilantro flavor. So you might like it, you might not like it. And you might commonly see it used in a lot of South American cooking, and specifically, shock to the world, Peruvian cooking. So that's your Peruvian black mint. Next up, we're going to talk about cilantro, since it was kind of on the table there. So cilantro, we don't have anything crazy with our varieties, but did want to mention that cilantro does bolt quite easily in Calgary growing scenarios. So this species is resistant to bolting, and the difference between the monogerm and just normal is that it's actually pre-split seed. So you're going to have higher germination, great for growing microgreens, things like that, than you would just the typical one, but both will do well. And again, you're going to love it or you hate it. So I love cilantro. I like pretty much, there's not many things I don't like, as you probably could tell by the lack of narrowing down my selection, but it's all good. Next up, and second from last, is going to be our dill. So dill, we'll kind of organize it this way. So commonly used to do pickling or dill pickles, hence the name. So these two varieties here are going to give you more of the dill flowers. Great as a companion plant in the garden. Beneficial insects love this, and beneficial insects are going to eat the insects we hate, like aphids, like thrips. So you're going to want to choose one of these varieties for companion plant, as well as if you're going to do any pickles this year. Ella dill is going to give you a little bit more of that foliage. So great choice for using, again, like things like eggs, whatnot, what have you. And it's really great choice for container gardening, so growing in small spaces. And I forgot to kind of put this in with the licorice, but fennel is a unique herb that we also have here at the store. You can also use fennel seeds as a spice. They flavor many things. You can even candy fennel seeds for a really kind of cool herbaceous little candy snack. Love fennel. Pollinators as well love fennel. And I also think that I forgot to talk about Shiso. I should have talked about it when I was mentioning mint, because it's in the mint family. People commonly call it Japanese basil as well, so you would recognize it perhaps if you've ever been to Japan. P.S. WestJet flies there, and it's a pretty solid flight. I have yet to go. It's on my list of places to visit. But yeah, Shiso, nothing super out of the ordinary that we can't get in Calgary, but I like this one because it's a red and a green mix, so just something a little bit different. And this actually can overwinter in Calgary too. I've seen it happen. I've witnessed it with my own two eyes. Last one I'm going to talk about, I'm not really kind of related to anything in the herb family, but this plant is grown as, it's almost got a salty mushroom like texture, so really great choice for chefs if you want something a little bit different. This is going to be a really cool herb or green that you're going to want to grow in your garden. So that is it, the short list of my favorite herbs. I'm going to list them all in this video in the comments. So yeah, comment and like on our website. All of our seeds are broken down into categories, so you can shop via category, whether it's edible flowers, herbs, root vegetables you're looking for. They're all going to be broken down on there, and we're going to have several more videos in this series for you to follow along. Thanks so much, and happy planting!